We're going to continue on to our journey, but we just thought we could stop and take a look at this for you. Well, hello everyone. I've got my friend here. He's actually my best friend and neighbor, Richard, and he is an awesome outdoorsman. He's been hunting and fishing since he was a little kid, and he's also a retired gold prospector. And him and his wife really know about finding gold and processing gold, et cetera, anything to do with minerals and that kind of thing. But he's a real tough outdoor guy and a guy you can depend on. He's actually one of America's heroes. He's a Vietnam vet, and he survived a lot of stuff for our country. And so he's the real deal right there. And I'm so honored that he's my friend. And today we're going fishing.
You bet.
Well, there's another one. Pretty nice little rainbow there. We saved that little rainbow, everybody. Went back in the water and swam away. Strong and healthy. Yep. Oh, he's got a big one. That looks like a brown maybe. That's a keeper. Look at that one. Oh yeah, don't lose him. He's going under the weeds. Oh, it's a rainbow. Nice.
Nice rainbow.
That's a nice rainbow. Here's a map to show you where we were. We started off in Hawthorne, Nevada. Normally we would just go up the road and take Lucky Boy Pass, but we had heard the road had been washed out, which turned out to be not true, but that was fine because we had a nice road trip. We ended up taking the blacktop on US Highway 95 north, cut over to Yerington, Nevada, and then from Wellington we caught this 338, and that brought us down here, and then we got the gravel road over here to the elbow. Here's a close-up map. Now here's the 9 Mile Ranch. That's where Larry is the caretaker, and he's also the camp host over at the campground over here at the elbow, just north into Lyon County, Nevada. And you can see the California-Nevada state line. It's very close. And also, you see the Rosace Ranch fishing access. Many parts of the river in this section here to the west have much stricter regulations. The elbow is stocked by the state of Nevada with rainbow and brown trout, and the fishing regulations are not as intense in some of the other areas. And it's a good place for the public to get out and enjoy the day, do some camping and have a good time. And so it is a good place to fish, but it's not the best place to fish. And I'm not giving away the secret where all the lunkers are at, but that is a good place to fish, and that's where we were. Well, we're just passing beautiful Walker Lake this morning. Looks like it might be a good day. There's the town of Walker Lake, and I see there's a little pier they've got down there now. There's no fish in Walker Lake anymore. There used to be the Lahontan cutthroat trout in here, and they'd migrate 140 miles up the East Walker River from this lake over to the California side by Bridgeport. But over the years, they just didn't manage to make sure that we had enough irrigation water for the Yarrington area and also enough for the fish. They just ended up taking too much water, so it's so much minerals in here that even the pelicans don't come through here migrating anymore. It's basically like almost a dead lake. It's a big ecological disaster, but still beautiful. And they're trying to clean it up, and maybe someday there'll be the trout fishing in here again. So Richard, isn't that the point out there that you used to catch a lot of fish when there was fish in here?
Yep, that's Sand Point. We used to go out there in the early 2000s, and my wife and I would go out there, and we would catch, well, she caught the biggest one, 7 pounds.
They always do.
Yeah, they always. But I always caught 2 or 3 of the smaller ones, so
Yeah.
I made up for it. But
Yeah.
it was just, the guys were telling me back that just 10 years earlier, they were catching 15-pound fish.
Well, there's still some people that come out here off the road and do a little camping, a little boondocking.
We've seen up to 10 people out here, 10 different rigs at one time.
Richard, let's stop over here at the Sinclair. I want to top off and get some gas while we're still in Nevada before we get into California.
Yeah, so it doesn't cost quite as much.
Yeah. Not too bad over here.
Wow.
$3.29.
$3.29.
Just passing through downtown Yarrington, Nevada again. This is where the river access is to the newest park in the area. Just make that left right up here. We're just going by it though.
They didn't have this sign before.
Walker River State Recreation Area.
Wow. That's the road we took. Yeah.
Look at all that irrigated farmland, Richard.
It's a lot of it.
Look
They
at all
have
that
a lot
water.
of ground out here.
Yep. Now there's Wilson Canyon in the distance.
Yep.
And the Walker River, the two main sections of it come in together a little bit farther from this spot. Not too far away. That's a lot of pipe. We're heading over to Nevada Highway 208 on our way.
Yep.
A lot of sprinklers going.
Yep. Well, sprinklers getting ready to go.
Heading through Wilson Canyon. This is the West Walker River through here.
There's not too many people in here. Some people are fishing.
Here's the river level in Wilson Canyon on the west fork of the Walker River. I love the view, Richard.
Yes, I do too.
We could fish here. I just saw a kingfisher go by.
This is such beautiful country up here.
It is. It's one of our favorite spots in the area.
Yeah.
A lot of times his wife Tina will come along. This is one of her favorite spots too, this area. This turn here. This is Highway 338, Nevada. Got some snow on the Sweetwater Mountains this morning. We're right on the border between California and Nevada. Well, we just broke off from the blacktop. Now we're on the gravel, heading towards the elbow.
Walker River.
I see some water down there. I think that's the Walker River.
Yep. All the way from State Line, all the way down past the bridge a ways, there's trophy fishing in here, and they have 7 to 12 pound browns and rainbows in here. Catch and release only.
Here's the East Walker River up near the Rosace Ranch. Here's the fishing regulations. Found a big paper wasp nest along the river. Luckily, it's empty. It's a little washed out, but not bad at all.
Yeah.
That's the road that comes off of 338. And then you can see into the East Walker River. I can see some people boondocking down in there, probably doing some fishing. There's the elbow. Well, we made it to the elbow, and you can see the beautiful East Walker River in the fall colors this time of year. We're going to try to go down in this stretch right off the road, try our luck there first. We decided to pull over at this spot. Got a lot of different options along here. Oh, I do see some fish in there. There's a crayfish going under a rock. I can barely see him now. This may look like a good river for floating down or inner tubing. It's really not. It's considered a non-navigable river. There's a lot of private property along its length. And also some of these areas are pretty much inaccessible. I mean, rugged, miles and miles of rugged, dry canyons. It'd take you forever to get out of some of these places. So it's really not the kind of river to float down. I might choose this spot for my fishing spot. Looks like a good place to cast out right in there by those rocks. Give it a shot. And I'm kind of liking that pile of rocks right there also. Well, Richard, we finally made it back to the elbow.
Yes, we did.
It's been a while since you've been up here, hasn't it?
It's been a while.
This is great. It's great weather, great beautiful day.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Can't ask for anything better.
Nope. All kinds of choices. I think I might go a little bit farther up that way, Richard.
Okay.
And we can check out which are the best spots. I'm hoping to catch some rainbows or brown trout, but if we don't, I can see I'm just going to enjoy the day just being out here.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. It's no bugs. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's cool, sunny, and pleasant. No wind.
Oh, fish just rose right there.
Oh yeah. I just missed it though. I can see where Richard's going to put his line and just saw a fish. Here goes Richard, his first cast. Oh, good one. Oh, that's a perfect spot. I'm using a fly fishing pole hooked up to my spinning rig, and I've got 10-pound test fishing line on it. And I like to use this fly fishing pole. Casts real nice, plus it fits in my canoe perfect, so that's why I'm using that. Here's some spinner choices I'm thinking of. Well, I got one on there. I think he's too small though. Looks like a rainbow. I'm gonna bring him in and let him go. There he comes. Well, we ran into Larry. He's the caretaker at the 9 Mile Ranch. We did a great video on that. They're doing a great job renovating that. And he was telling me the road's open, right?
Yeah.
The other way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy. Yeah.
We got the wrong information. Yeah. And looks like we're gonna catch some brown and rainbows in here.
Rainbows, yeah.
Yeah. So this one here is a brown. See if I can get him in close enough so you can take a look. I think he's a little bit too small to keep him. Let's show everybody what you look like. There he is. That one's a brown. See the different color, just kind of spotted like that. Boy, there's just tons of fish in here. Oh no, he's right on the cusp of keeping. I'm thinking I'm gonna let that one go though. Too small. Pretty though.
Yeah, they are pretty fish.
Well, we're just tailgating it today. Kelly's not here with us this week, so guess what? No cookies. So here's his lunch. What's that?
Crackers.
You got a lot of store-bought crackers. Well, I do have some things from Kelly. There's some apples that she grew from her apple trees. Those are actually really good. And then here's some raisins that I made from the vineyard in Hawthorne. And here's some pinyon nuts. How Nevadan can you get with that, right? Pinyon nuts. Yep. And of course, there's some grape juice from the vineyard, and there's some jelly from the vineyard on my PBJs. So I got more homegrown stuff than you do.
Nice. Yeah, you do.
Well, it's fall, and the leaves are starting to turn in the vineyard. It was a good year, though. Some great grapes. Here are some of the raisins that I made out of my vineyard this summer. I'm gonna put those into my lunch. They're really, really good. Hello, everybody. Here's a subterranean cricket, a Jerusalem cricket. You can see how big he is. There he goes. It's not a Mormon cricket. Looks like he's trying to dig. That's a digger, they dig.
Got too much rock in it.
Richard's got a really good spot because he can float that lure all the way down there and then bring it back. Our friend Larry was telling us that, see where there's that poplar tree, the tall tree over there? That's where the Elbow Ranch used to be. And they used to charge a toll on this road back in the horse and buggy days at that ranch over there. And then we're just right above stream of it. The Elbow Ranch.
I never knew that. I knew there was something over there because it was part of the, you know.
I just saw something big. Oh, I got a little one. Cool. He's not big enough to keep though. Little rainbow. Got one.
That looks like a nice one.
A little bit smaller than I thought. Got one. Oh, that's a bigger one. A little bit bigger. Whoa. Not big enough though. Not big enough. That's a rainbow. Well, Richard, I'm sure glad you came out fishing with me today. We had a good time, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
We're just catching them like crazy. Let's see if we get another one. Ooh, I like that cast. That was a long one. One more and we'll call it a day. Oh, that'd be a round trout would be in there. There's our stringer for the day. 4 nice panfish. That looks like a real good spot. It looks like the water's deep right there. I see another good spot in the distance too. We were kind of over there to the left, a little bit farther downstream. I can see some fisher folk around the corner doing some fishing. The river was recently stocked in this area with 3,003 rainbow trout that were 8.8 inches on October 2nd, 25. And some browns were put in, 5,804 of them, over 9 inches long on June 20th of this year. There are some big lunkers in certain areas of the river.
See those ridge lines over on the hill? That's where the mountain lions like to be, right up on top of there. And then when the deer come through there, they'll jump right on them.
Larry said they saw a mountain lion right where we were fishing fairly recently, and they see him down at the 9 Mile Ranch. There's actually quite a lot of mountain lions in this area.
Yes, there are.
In 2017, the Nevada Division of State Parks has managed the formerly privately owned lands of the Flying M Ranch, owned by the Hiltons, the Pitchfork Ranch, and the Rafter 7 Ranch. And access is allowed at the Pitchfork Ranch. Well, Richard, I think we can make it back to Hawthorne the regular way on the dirt road through Lucky Boy Pass, since we got the latest word from Larry that it's open.
Yeah.
So let's head on back to Hawthorne.
Okay.
Just making our way back. The road's in pretty good shape. Yeah, the 9 Mile Ranch is just around the corner. Not too far. I like how they're fixing up the old 9 Mile Ranch stage stop. Looks great. Well, that was pretty fun, Richard. You know, you were spent the whole summer in Maine, and you were fishing a lot up there. So did you catch more fish in Maine, or did you catch more fish today in the Nevada desert?
And by far in the Nevada desert.
You heard it right.
That's true. We were catching fish like crazy, weren't we?
We were having
That
a
was
good
so
time.
bizarre. Well, you know what they say: the West is best and East is least. But is there any truth to that?
I think so.
We're not being mean. We love Maine. It's beautiful. I've been out there, and it's beautiful in the east and everything. But we just have, I guess, just it's a good fishing spot, and it was a good day, a good weather. I think we had a good time, and we kind of missed Kelly today, but I've really enjoyed having your company, and we had a good time. I
Yes,
think
we
it was
did.
fun.
I agree.
We'll see you next time, everybody.